Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I'll be reading for, Capricorn through Pisces. We'll try this one more time. Last night I tried to do the last 4 signs and it didn't quite work out. Had some technical difficulties, but here we are. Everything's all adjusted and good, so we'll go ahead and get started. So Capricorn, this is going to be a you and them reading. Okay, we'll be pulling some cards for your energy, your person's energy, and looking at the connecting energies and dynamics. Okay, and remember everybody, this is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what does not. And thank you so much in advance for liking, commenting, and sharing and subscribing. Helps my channel grow, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much. And, check all your placements too on the other videos. Oh, and I've also started this overhead view, and you can tell me what you think about it in the comments, because most of my videos have been done head on, right, where you're able to see me talking and everything. But I was like, well, let's try this could be fun, and I'm really liking it. It helps me focus more on the cards and what I'm actually reading. But I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay. So this is for Capricorn. Inviting spirit in with so much grace and gratitude. Respectfully request a message for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. These readings will be sequential, time stamped below, and this one is for Capricorn. And bottom of the deck energy, we have Temperance. So some alchemy, some changes taking place for you or your person, or the both of you in the connection here. So Capricorn, for you, we have the King of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the Fool. So you are getting a lot of recognition and praise right now, which for good reason. It would appear that you're showing up as a natural born leader, very much a mentor to those around you, getting a lot of attention and just feeling really good. Whatever this has to do with, it's a very, you have a lot of drive and focus behind it. So this is something that's very important to you. And this is really cool because it looks like with the Fool energy here, it's a beginning of a brand new cycle, right? For you. And with this energy straight out the gate, it looks like you're already successful, or you're just like riding the wave of success, or you're basically like, you know that this is going to be successful, whatever it is, which is excellent. Excellent energy. Okay, so let's see. Your person here, Page of Cups, 4 of Swords, Ace of Wands. So it looks like they are on the precipice of a brand new beginning themselves. And this has to do with something that's very inspiring to them. Could be an opportunity that comes their way that's very fast moving. I get the sense that right now they're taking a bit of a rest, kind of keeping to themselves. Perhaps you and your person are not communicating as much, given that your person is in resting mode right now, doing some reflection, doing some healing. Not as strong as hermit energy, but just like really just like taking care of themselves, okay? And I would get the sense that it's because it's like they're gearing up because they know that this is coming, or this is like already presented. You know, this is kind of like the calm before the launch. And so with the Page of Cups here, I think that they're probably thinking a lot about, you know, themselves. See, I really like the reflection, like the self-reflective energy. It's as if this girl's having a conversation with a little goldfish in her teacup, but it's really a conversation with herself about what is inside of her heart and how she wishes to show up in the world. And this just really gives me kind of self-contemplative like vibes here. But with the page energy, they could just be making smaller gestures towards you or towards anything else when it comes to love. So very small investment. Not to say that it's bad investment, but just a little bit here. Okay. For this being a connection, it would appear that you guys, I just get the feeling that you're both kind of doing your own thing. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, so for the connecting energies, we have the Nine of Swords, the Star, and the Emperor. So 2 major arcana here, and there's anxiety shared between you because the Court cards would indicate that, you know, these are you. Perhaps you have strong fire placements in your chart. Leo, Sagittarius, oh my gosh, Aries. Duh. Sorry. And then Aries is also here. Okay, this Aquarius. Okay, so there's some anxiety between you two. Worries, sleepless nights. You could be having trouble with your sleep. Stuff like that. A lot of overthinking, but really kind of one step beyond the Eight of Swords. Like, this isn't really necessarily all in your head. It's like there is truth to the matter here, and you both know that. With all the eyes here, you know, it's like the phrase that comes up is like all eyes on you. So you could be feeling as though for you with this launch that you're doing with all this energy, you could be getting a lot of attention, accolades, and praise, right? With the Six of Wands. But it's like, yeah, that's successful and that's exciting, but it can also be anxiety producing because like all eyes are on you, right? Let's see here. And as far as what how your person is responding to this energy, if they're sharing it or if they're feeling it too, they're more going insular. They're kind of going inward with it. Okay. The Star. The Star is a card of future hopes, dreams, wishes, healing, you know, healing that happens. I believe the Star, I think the Star comes after, yeah, I believe the Star comes after the Tower. So it's like, this is healing energy. You're healing by getting back out there and being seen, you know, and then your person is healing by going inward. So that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like you and this person have kind of taken a break from one another in a sense, but you're both doing your separate things in order to heal from whatever has happened. I don't see indications of like any kind of thing that happened, but there's like residual energy. So I feel like this is where you guys are at right now. With the Temperance being here as the overall, this is actually very potent because Temperance is like an alchemy. You're alchemizing your experiences, you know, having this this connection where you're headed, like all coming together in the service of changing you on a deeper level, right? And temperance can also be, and is commonly seen as, of course, patience, taking your time, kind of, there's a sense of going with the flow, but also letting whatever it was in, like integrating a lesson in order for it to, change you on a fundamental level, okay? So then with the Emperor here over the Fool and the Ace of Wands, it's like, I don't know what new path either of you are on. For you, it's like it's a major arcana, so it's a bit stronger of an energy of starting over, okay? Having a brand new path open up for you. With your person, this is a new inspiration, a new opportunity. And with the Emperor between you two, this would suggest structure, boundaries, like what kind of like getting a lay of the land, and the thing is that this could just be energy that you each share in your forward movement, but in separate endeavors. Like, this doesn't even necessarily say that you guys are like coming back together or anything like that, but it's like you both have new energy here. But with the Emperor coming after the Star, and then there's Temperance to help you out with what just kind of how you're metabolizing, your experiences up until this point, this would suggest that both of you moving forward are going to be really reflecting on what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Because the Emperor is the me, myself, and I card, okay? So this is really, and then coupled with Temperance is like, how have I taken this information, these experiences, to make sense of what it means for me moving forward, how I'm going to set my own structure, set my boundaries, and, really be mindful of my goals, right? And whatever it is that I am doing for me, for my future, la-di-da, okay? So that's what I have for the base reading. Let me look at this here and see if there's anything I want to clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify this Nine of Swords, because it's a shared energy and it indicates anxiety. Anxiety, worry. Whatever it is, I feel like with the Temperance here is the overall. The anxiety could be like the initial response, but I feel that like with all the other energies here being so strong, that the anxiety is something that is in fade mode because it's followed by the Star. So I feel like the anxiety it's being overcome. It's being healed. There's healing. Like I said, your person is healing by kind of going inward and taking some time to themselves, taking care of themselves, and you're healing by being seen. Maybe you're more extroverted and they're more introverted. Extroversion being that you get your energy from other people. Introversion, you get your energy from and recharge your batteries. It's both how like you both recharge your batteries. Some folks really need to recharge their batteries by being around others. And a lot of other folks have to recharge their batteries by going inward, taking some time alone. Okay, tell me about the Nine of Swords, Spirit. Nine of Swords. Yeah. So this is a soul connection here. You have history with this person, okay? But within the connection, there was some guardedness. Guardedness against having a conversation. Like the Page of Swords is somebody who, like the Page of Swords is someone who is small gestures, right? Always with the pages, it's small gestures. So this is a small gesture for communication, but this is a really like I almost said malproportioned, but what I meant to say is it's like ill-proportioned sword here. So this says that this page, even though their initiations or their attempts at communication are quite small, they have a lot to say. They have a lot to say. And I'm not too sure if it's you or this person or both, but this is a very important connection to both of you. And there's anxiety in here. And what I said earlier is that this isn't anxiety of the Eight of Swords variety where it's just kind of like maybe it's all in your head. This is an anxiety where it's like, yeah, it's known. It's known, and there is, it's felt, and it's something that needs to be discussed. Okay? And instead of discussing it, either you or your person or both have been like looking at each other online, watching each other's social media. That's a common interpretation of the Page of Swords these days. And so given our modern technological eras, but there is a guardedness against that with the Nine of Swords. Or Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands would indicate like a battle weariness, right? But it is a guarded energy. The guarded energy. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is also a connection where you definitely had a lot of fun, found a lot of happiness together, maybe even overindulged a little bit, because the Nine of Cups could indicate like a, kind of a Bacchus energy, Wheel of Fortune. You may have gone through this before, but the wheel always suggests that things are changing. The wheel of time is turning, and, we make our choices and we get clearer. It's actions, it's consequence, choices, and, results here. Okay? So let's see here. What is the guardedness? I'm going to clarify on the clarifier. I'm going to clarify on the clarifier, and then I'll, if I need to, then pick more cards for advice, then I will. But what is this guardedness about? Confusion. Okay. So the guardedness is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Swords. So what this tells me straight away is that somebody, either you or your person or both of you, is very much in their head about this situation, this relationship, looking at it from a practical perspective. Okay? A lot of times if we see the King or the Queen of Swords, that would suggest to us that whoever is holding that energy is much more in the mind space than the heart space. Okay? But here we have it right next to the Ten of Cups, which is like wish fulfillment all around. Like happiness, joy, and then it's also progression, right? Because we have the Nine of Cups and we have the Ten of Cups. So that's like a growing, that's like an expansion. So I get the sense that there's guardedness here because like, okay, here's the happiness, and then here comes the King of Swords to like maybe think or talk their way out of it, or at least look at it So much so that here we are with some confusion. There are a lot of feelings here. Cups are feelings. Water is feelings, okay? And when the Seven of Cups shows up and you see how there's mist, whenever we see mist and clouds in the tarot, and even with a moon in the background, what have you, that indicates that there is some confusion, some cloudy thinking. Things may not all be as they seem as well with the moon. Unconscious issues at play here. So this is like with the cups, and it's analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis. And commonly this can show up when things feel really good. If someone's not used to feeling good, or whatever the case may be, they may go into overthinking mode and be like, oh, I don't know. And this very well could be your person, because, they're going inward with their Four of Swords energy. But be that as it may, there's anxiety felt by both of you. A conversation needs to happen. This is a soul connection that's very near and dear to both of your hearts. But there is guardedness around this conversation, confrontation, whatever. And I get the sense that you both really feel happy with each other, but there is confusion. And there is someone, either you or both of you, bringing in like all this logic. When I think the invitation here, and this could help this energy, the invitation is to step more into your heart energy. What does your heart say? You're having a difficult time making a decision. But what does your heart tell you? Given that the Seven of Cups here, usually like this traditionally is the imagery associated with this card is someone standing in front of all these cups, and they're like, well, what do I choose? What do I choose? And there's like a cup full of jewels, a cup with a snake in it, a cup with like some weird, to be fair to me as a reader, like even just the imagery alone evokes confusion. So long story short, there is analysis paralysis here, some confusion, not knowing what to choose. And with the king is like, very, really actually this is very strong energy as well. It's like there's a lot of clarity around this with one of you or both of you. There's a lot of clarity. Stands for truth, clarity, but then on kind of in the same vein, it could also indicate overthinking with the 7 here. That's definitely represented. So let's pull some advice. So what kind of advice do we have for Capricorn and their person? What kind of advice do we have for Capricorn and their person, Spirit? I was watching something this morning on, it was on another platform, and it was like these gals were kind of talking about like truths of life, and one of which is, it was like, and I'm paraphrasing here, like the difficulty around having a conversation is going to be worse if the conversation isn't had. And that's what I think of when I'm seeing this, because there's guarded energy around this communication. So the advice, Spirit. Lovely. Okay, so this is friendship reunification, coming together. The sun is shining. It's harmonious and lovely. And so we are going to step it up here from Page of Cups energy to Knight of Cups energy. And just because the Page of Cups is on your person's side doesn't necessarily mean that they're the ones. I don't know. I have no idea. It's either going to be you or your person is going to be coming forward and making a larger gesture of love, but of connection, okay? Because this is also friendship. And I think that if there is a communication, a conversation that is had, once that is initiated, because knights are messengers, they deliver the energy that's inside of us, they deliver it outward, okay? They move forward. Once that is done, things will be illuminated. It will feel warm. It will be happier. There will be a reunion, like a reunification type thing. And this is very positive energy. Okay? So there is a clearing of the air that needs to happen here. There's a clearing of the air that needs to happen here. And the cards of advice would suggest that once the air is cleared, well, the advice is clear the air. Okay? But once the air is cleared, then feelings of connection and joy and sunlight and warmth and understanding can resume. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn, and there you are at the bottom of the deck, okay? So that is your reading. Go ahead and leave in the comments, how that resonated with you, all right? And thank you so much for liking the video. And the next one, I'll move on and do Aquarius. Okay, thank you so much, Capricorn. Oh, and here's another thing. If any of you guys have like an editing software that you think is very simple and easy for editing videos, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well, because I've been having just like with the software that's on my phone, it's really kind of silly and it doesn't let you like snip out multiple spots in the video. Like it's like you get one snip and that's it, I just have not found the best video editing software. And one I downloaded on my computer, but that one is it's for folks who like really know what they're doing when it comes to editing and things like that. The program is not very intuitive at all. So if you know of one, please leave it in the comments below. I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is for Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. Let me just pop up here and double check that this is all running smoothly. Okay. Very good. Last time, I'm like paranoid now because last time I finished the whole thing and got up and looked and it had conked out because I ran out of space. But, okay. This is for Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. You know what, Aquarius? I think when I did your reading last time that the Ace of Pentacles popped up in the same spot. Okay, bottom of the deck energy, Knight or King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands, then Three of Wands. So perhaps you're hopeful and waiting for some King of Wands to come your way. Who knows? All right, so Aquarius, for you. So with the King of Wands, let me just back it up a little bit. For the King of Wands energy, it's like there's a lot of inspiration, leadership felt as an overall energy of the reading. So you could be mentoring folks. You or your person can be a leader. Perhaps one of you feel as though you need to take the lead. There is passion, there is drive, there is focus, okay? All right, Aquarius. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So this tells me straight off the bat that you are, focusing your energy on your work, on your art, on whatever it is that has your attention and your focus right now. But given that it's the Pentacles, it's in a very tangible way. All right. The Eight of Pentacles is like having developed a sense of mastery and really putting in the dedication, time, and energy into your craft or work. And with the Three of Cups, I get the sense that you're feeling supported by your community. You very well may work with other people, but you're definitely receiving support from those that are in your inner circle, okay? Ace of Pentacles. So this is like you're taking something that you're very, very skilled at already, okay? And so with the Ace of Pentacles, perhaps you're planting a seed for a business for the future, right? How can I take this craft? How can I take this level of mastery and make it grow for me? And not just grow in the short term, but with Pentacles, grow in the long term. When we have an Ace of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, the opportunity's here. You can plant the seed, and then you're going to nurture that seed, and you're going to really continue to put in the work to help it grow. It's longer term energy, okay? Your person here, Page of Swords, the Star, Wheel of Fortune. So, Page of Swords, they could be watching you online. Okay, that's one of the newer interpretations of the page, given our technological advances in modern society, la-di-da. And like the complete, dominance of social media in our lives. So you or your person could be keeping an eye on you. They could, maybe your work and your craft is something that is online. Perhaps this is something that you're doing on a very public platform. And so it's like, yeah, they're watching you. And, there's wishes and hopes for the future. But there is also with the Wheel of Fortune here, this could indicate divine timing as well, because it's like the wheel of life and time is always turning, right? So I get the sense that they're here, they're watching you, perhaps they are in your inner circle, but I get the sense that they have a lot of hope for you, or maybe not, I don't know. Or they're healing themselves. Let's see. Maybe they're thinking that the wheel will turn around again and in their favor with you. Okay, so between the two of you, we have the Three of Swords. So there's pain here. There's pain here. There's some heartbreak. There's some boundaries, some defensiveness. And I'd said earlier, perhaps they are a part of your inner circle, right? Pardon my moving around. I'm just trying to get comfortable. And then the Page of Pentacles. So it's like this Page of Pentacles, I feel like really does connect with you in a large way, because it's like the Page is somebody who's just starting out. This knowledge is not new to you, okay? This knowledge is not new to you. However, whatever this Ace is, whatever you're choosing to do with it is ish. And you are in beginner energy. We can go into beginner energy over and over in our lives, you know, with just any kind of new thing that we strike out on, right? Or not like you're struck out, but like striking out. So between you and your person, I get the sense that there was this Three of Swords situation. There's this Three of Swords heartbreak energy. And your response to that is to dive into your work. Dive into your work. And maybe this person's response to that is to keep snooping on your social media. This also indicates a need to have a conversation. The Page of Swords. What kind of conversation do we need to have that we may be avoiding? It's also small gestures, so you could be hearing from your person, right? You could be hearing from your person. They may make a small gesture to you to open up the lines of communication. So they have a lot of hope here for that, right? But they may, since it's such a small gesture, it's like they're just going to make a small gesture, like a text, like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And because I believe that they're aware that there are boundaries here. And they're wanting these boundaries to be flexible. It's like I get the sense that they still want to be connected with you, and that they're hoping in time, in divine timing, that will happen. Maybe the wheel will turn again in their favor, and that, you guys will have some sort of reunion. I think that is the hope, because the Three of Cups can also indicate a reunion. But you may be feeling defensive or guarded against this reunion, Aquarius. And maybe, given that the King of Wands is here, perhaps you or your person have very strong fire placements in their chart. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But your energy is definitely here with the Star. The Star is Aquarius energy. Wheel of Fortune, I believe, is Sagittarius. But it's also like 4 signs. That's the World. That's the World. Okay. Let's go ahead and look into this Three of Swords. There's heartbreak. Two of Wands, the Moon, and Three of Wands. Well, I mean, this to me straight away says that somebody was having a hard time making a decision on what to do. They were trying to choose between 2 actions. And there could have been some things that were hidden here. Either you or your person were like kind of maybe dealing with some inner conflict on some level. There were things that were unseen. There were unconscious forces at play here that brought in situations, circumstances, choices, consequences that brought on some heartbreak. But, this person, you or your person were behaving in an unconscious, from a, unconscious place. Because 2 and 3 of Wands, whenever we get lower like numbers in the suit, it means that it's just not just, and not to minimize the significance of these cards, but it's more beginner energy in a sense, right? Because here we are making a decision, and then with the 3 we are walking through the gate. We've made our decision. Now we're walking through the gate. There's a sense of integration. There's a sense of, yes, I'm moving forward, and this is what I'm seeing for my future. And this is really interesting here. This rendition of this card, this figure is letting go of one thing, and then you have a couple of other things coming in. And the next thing that's coming in here is like an owl or a bird or of some kind carrying something in their talons, right? It could be a message, a gift, or something. It's like this person is letting go of one thing in order to receive another. But, whenever I ask for clarification and the moon pops up, it's not really, it's kind of saying, yeah, there could be hidden things here that either you or your person did not know about. And at this time, it might not be, maybe it's just enough for you and your person to know that there is heartbreak here. But it would appear that there were hidden energies bringing that on, whether it just be, you or your person's unconscious, just shit playing out. A lot of times people make decisions and they don't even really know why. They're just kind of like, whenever we're acting habitually and something, if we're just kind of, going with this feeling, and then we make some kind of impulsive decision, we need to really pay attention to those times, because what that's saying is that we're being triggered on some deeper level, something that's unconscious, and we are behaving in an unconscious manner. We may be doing the same old habitual thing. Because it's like, the recapitulation, what is that called? The repetition compulsion, right? So there could have been some repetition compulsion happening here where, there was some sort of, maybe somebody sabotaged the connection, and they believe on one level or another that they can't have happiness in their life. And, so therefore it's a self-fulfilling prophecy coming out of some unconscious actions. Self-fulfilling prophecy for heartbreak. There was a decision that needed to be made, some action needed to be taken. And with the 3, that would suggest that, a choice was made and action was taken. And I believe that whatever action that was taken, whatever was decided on, brought on the heartbreak. And now I feel like the boundaried feeling, the guardedness, is that you're holding that. You're guarding yourself against this person, Aquarius. Feeling defensive. Focusing your time and energy on your craft, on your work. Thinking about ways in which you're going to plant seeds for your own future. This person may be hoping for a reunion with you in divine timing. But I don't know, if you would be open to that. I get the sense that you're really just wanting to focus on the things that you can control, because A lot of the time when we are dealing with someone who is acting out of an unconscious place, it can be very confusing. And it's like, okay, well, I can't really focus my energy on this because I feel pretty powerless in this situation. Like, what can I do? And that makes sense because it's like when it comes to other people, it's not up to us. It really isn't. What somebody else does or chooses is on them. Whether or not we are happy with the result, which apparently here would appear not, for sure. Let's clarify the moon. I'm curious. Okay. So the moon is clarified by the Fool, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? So this appears to me that what was hidden was that somebody was already in a connection. Someone was already in a long-term committed connection, and this was a very significant connection because this is the lovers. These are the folks that we learn from, that trigger our innermost stuff, and that we then can work it out in a very healthy way with the other. It's a I see you and you see me, and we are going to work on our unconscious bullshit together, and these things get triggered all the time in lovers' relationships. And what we choose to do with those triggers, whether we continue to act and behave in the same old habituated unconscious ways, will bring about what we've always known, some sort of weird, funky, toxic pattern. And I don't see the devil here, so, I take that, toxic, whatever, you can disregard that, but some sort of pattern that actually brings on heartache, right? Or we can choose to take it and say, okay, well, this is something that I'm going to have compassion about. So, because the moon is the card for Pisces, but it's also a card for Cancer because the moon rules Cancer, okay? Cancer and Pisces are very loving energies, very kind, very psychic, very compassionate, very nurturing, all of that stuff. And so what this would suggest is that when these unconscious things are triggered, the invitation is to work them out eye to eye. Work them out together. Okay? So, and this could feel and even be a brand new way of doing things. With the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, there could have been a third party, or this could have been a potential for a third party. Let's say, for instance, Aquarius, a King of Wands came into your life, and there was an attraction there. But yet you're already involved. And the ending of this, and hence the guardedness or the defensiveness against this energy that was coming toward you, you're like, actually, no, I need to choose the person that I'm already with, and I need to revitalize my commitment here. That's one way of reading this energy as well, okay? It's not going to resonate for all of you. Because it's kind of like a choice needed to be made. What was in the moon? What was clarifying the moon? What was unseen? Another commitment. And given that your person is showing up in a very kind of less integrated way with the Page of Swords, and then kind of, I feel like with the Star, there is a sense that they are kind of far away, or there's something about this for them that really speaks to like fantasy. Like you may be their wish fulfillment, but you are super far away. And they're hoping to heal with that in time in the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe this will come around in time, you know. And the unconsciousness manifesting a heartbreak, you know, if your person, let's just say if you were like already married in a relationship and your person, you know, saw you, liked you, tried to pursue you, making small gestures at communication with you, this could even be perpetuating their own heartbreak by going after an unavailable person. That's one way to read this. Another way to read this is that, you know, someone needed to make a choice here, and they did, and then they chose to move toward their person that they have history with. And I do not know, like I know what I feel from this, you know, and I've read those energies out to you. So take it as it resonates, for sure. I'm not sure if you and this person are this. I don't feel like it is. I don't get that sense. Because this was clarifying the moon, what is hidden. Okay, what's the advice here? And then at the bottom of the deck on the split, it's the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups. Moving away from the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is a relationship card, but the major arcana is a stronger connection. One with history, roots, longevity, emphasized by the Ten of Pentacles here. Commitment, long-term. Okay, what's the advice? What's the advice for Aquarius? And that's the other thing, Aquarius. It's like with your energy straight out the gate being like fully focused on your work, your tangibles, moving forward and all that, it's like there's feelings of being affected, certainly, with the Three of Swords. But I feel like with you holding the boundaries, that you're the one with the committed relationship and you're like, no, I'm not available. But yeah, leave it in the comments what you think, you know, how this resonated for you. Wheel of Fortune again. Page of Pentacles again. And then the Ten of Swords. Wild. And then at the bottom, Empress energy. So, you know, I'm thinking this Empress energy is like, you know, clarifying and connecting this creative, abundant, bringing forth whatever it is that you want to grow. Okay, in a nurturing way here with the 3. So with this as the advice, I mean, I'm saying, like, okay, this would say to me, we make our choices, we get clearer. Page of Pentacles is here to say that, you know, there is a starting over, in a sense. Like the pages have gone through the 1 through 10, but yet it's like they're also holding this pentacle and the seed, right? There's a planting of a new seed here twice. We make our choices and we get clear. You're choosing to plant the seed for your future. And there's been an ending here. So the advice here would be to pay attention to what it is you're focusing on for your future. Something has ended here, so it's like I feel like this is like moving forward, moving on. Moving forward, moving on. The wheel of time is turning, things have changed. There was betrayal here. There was some betrayal. Death by 1,000 cuts. This could have been a pattern with, you know, with many different swords. And with the wheel here, it's like that's also can indicate a cycle. So I get the sense, Aquarius, that you are putting an end to some sort of cycle by focusing your energies on what you can do for your future and planting a brand new seed with the page and the ace, with the 2 pages and the ace. You know, perhaps your person is also feeling that way too, because we got double energy. So there could be some mirroring here. They're trying to make new choices to implement change in their life too, to keep the wheel turning, move forward. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. You know, go ahead and leave a comment and letting me know how this resonated for you. Thank you so much for liking the video, most definitely. I know that this was an interesting read. It's somewhat like painful and complicated, you know. There felt complicated to a degree, trying to work out what exactly was kind of going on and driving this experience. Yeah, that is what I have for you. Okay, well, good luck with that. Given that you're focused on your future, I think that that's a real strong place to be. You definitely have some very strong energies, Aquarius, very strong. Strong, sturdy, positive, focused. That's the other thing about your reading. I couldn't quite get a feel for your person. They almost seem to be kind of lingering in the shadows. All right. So now we're going to move forward and we're going to be reading for Pisces. Okay. This is for Pisces. Bottom of the deck energy, Queen of Wands. It says king, but she's my queen because I love this dress. So Queen of Wands, overall energy for the reading. Pisces, perhaps you have, you or your person may have strong fire placements. Okay, so for you, we have the Knight of Swords. So, well, let me back it up. A lot of confidence here. A lot of confidence. Someone is holding a lot of confidence, all right? Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So Pisces, I get the sense that, you may have come in and said something in hopes to cooperate and collaborate, but it backfired, and so now you're feeling a sense of heartbreak. Your person, Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Hanged Man. These two energies here indicate a holding back, hanging back, and really much more so in the service of their own healing and their own contemplative energy. Okay? With the Hanged Man, this is Pisces energy. We have Ten of Pentacles, so it's like they could have pulled back and been like, well, I'm going to contemplate and rest and heal because my main focus is my future, my legacy, my wealth, my work, my tangible earthly plane. You have the 3, they have the 10. Perhaps you wanted to build something with them and they're already past that, It's like, okay, you came and said something to collaborate in some sort of tangible way and you didn't get the response that you were looking for or that you had hoped for. I mean, whatever response you got, it broke your heart. Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Whoa. Okay, so Ten of Cups, I mean, that's wish fulfillment. That's like happily ever after. It's love, it's joy, it's connection, it's commitment. Knight of Pentacles, over the 3 and the 10. This is very slow-moving energy. This is very fast-moving energy. Okay? And then the Hierophant, commitment, higher knowing as far as, like guidance, mentorship, by the book, So perhaps you came in, you're like, let's collaborate, cooperate, and build something up together. And they're like, no, not yet, because that's too fast for me. I'm taking my time. I need to take more time. So I'm going to, hang back and take a nap. I get the sense that it's like they're focused on their future. You're focused on your future and what you want to build. It's very tangible things, but given that they're in the 10 energy and you're in the 3, I get the sense that you're not on the same page as far as timing is concerned. There's something about timing here, and I think that's being spoken to by the Knight of Pentacles. But it's also the Knight in the deck that's not moving. It's like a glacial pace. Very, very slow. Very slow energy in between a commitment and like something that's very fulfilling on an emotional level and fulfilling on a spiritual level. And so I think with regard to this commitment, they're not doing that. And that's hurting. That's sad for you. You're holding heartbreak when it comes to this commitment because your person is like going very slow, or maybe not even showing what it is, because you see her here with her hands over her heart, like hanging back, but also not revealing what is on her heart. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like this person has energy of like, don't rush me, you know, don't rush me. But is there something that, like, I get the sense with the don't rush me energy, serving a secondary purpose. You know, we can see the benefits of not making a decision on something that it's like, as long as we don't make a decision on something and don't take any action towards something, then we don't have to be taking a risk. You're willing to take the risk. Knight of Swords. I get the sense that both you and your person see that this very well could be, you know, the love of a lifetime here. But I don't think you're on the same page as far as timing goes. And with your person, the Hanged Man energy, you know, a lot of times with Hanged Man, it's an invitation for like a spiritual awakening, because this person doesn't have any other choice than to be just upside down in this kind of raw pain until, you know, it's like Siddhartha under the Bodhi tree, right? Or even Jesus on the cross. It's this suspension to where then like nothing's moving on a very like earthly plane, but things are moving on a spiritual plane, on a soul level. So I feel like for your person, like things are really shifting for them beneath the surface. With the Four of Swords here, this could indicate them getting messages in their dreams. You know, this could be an invitation for them to pay attention to those dreams. It's like there's an offer here on the table, but it's not being moved towards on account of what? You know, is it fear? Is it, and is this Ten of Cups and Hierophant something that you see that is possible, but they don't quite see that yet? Or even they may not, you know, they may never see that, right? Or kind of a willingness to not. Four of Swords with the Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles. I mean, that's just like, it's like there's no movement in it, but it's not done. It's not done with the intention of being withholding on purpose. It's just there's something very private going on with this. That energy has to do with your person having some sort of unfinished business in themselves that you may not even know about. It's very private, like I said. But given that the 3 and the 10 are covered by the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, that could be like, yeah, not yet. Not yet. But I would never suggest waiting. You know, you have your life, they have their life. you know. You invest your time and energy in something that is going to give you what you want, like right now, you know, and not in like some weird kind of greedy way, but it's like too many people wait around for, you know, oh, one day it'll be like this, and it's like, dude, that's a fantasy. That's a fantasy of a potential future that more often than not is greater in our minds than it is in reality if it ever comes to pass, you know? I mean, it's just there's a sense of fantasy around this Ten of Cups with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords as well. You know, perhaps it's a dream of your person's to have that. And then for you, it's very much a known desire, a known want. Like you're like, I want the Ten of Cups. I'm moving towards the Ten of Cups. I'm gonna pursue it, you know, actively. Okay, so where do I want to pull some energy. Yeah, I mean, I get the sense that given Pisces that you're holding heartbreak in your energy, that with this person's reticence, that is heartbreaking. Because I believe that you see that this could be, you know, like the love of a lifetime or something, and it's just, they're not where you're at, you know. And that's okay. Like they're in their own, I get like healing vibes, like something needs to heal. There's a process. They are having their own process. Let's do the Knight of Pentacles here. Let's clarify the energy right in the middle. Waiting, grief, justice. Someone's waiting on something here. Waiting for a decision to be made, waiting for something to be fair. And in this waiting, there's grief and sadness. But your person also holds waiting energy. Hanging back energy. Justice, for a final decision to be made. Like, what is and it's like there's an invitation here. If you look at her hand, it's like getting down to the bare bones of the situation here. What's fair? This is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, and also, you know, the 3 and the 10 not being on the same page with the split between the 3 and the 10, wanting to build, and then, you know, I don't know, maybe your person feels like they've already gotten to where they want to be with that 10 of Pentacles, or they want for a lasting legacy. I mean, because the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups is definitely legacy cards for sure. Like that's like 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Hierophant. That's like the full-on happily ever after package. And there's this waiting energy on it. Or not moving towards it fully, but seeing it as the long vision. And this, a waiting with the grief for the justice to happen. Waiting, maybe this person, maybe either one or both of you or whatever is going through a divorce, because oftentimes justice card can indicate a divorce. So perhaps your person is waiting for you to get a divorce. I don't know. Okay. But there is sadness in this waiting. There is sadness with the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe it's you, Pisces. Maybe you're the one going through the divorce and they're not moving towards this commitment with you because they're like, well, I ain't going to be doing all that until you get your frickin' divorce. That very well could be, you know. I know of somebody who's a Pisces who's also going through a divorce. That's not me, even though it is me, but that's not who I'm talking about. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Pisces, let's pull 3 final cards for the advice here. Star, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy, the World. So, and then High Priestess, Intuition, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so something needs to close out here. The Star with the Wheel of Fortune, which popped up in like the last reading, this is like a hope so Wheel of Fortune can be divine timing here. There's a hope for this to happen in divine timing. And with the Page of Swords, there's a watching energy. But this is also an energy of initiating a small gesture for a conversation. A small gesture for a conversation. Perhaps it's a conversation that needs to happen to come out of this waiting energy, to come out of this kind of standby mode, sleep mode, to have a conversation about the hope for the future, the hope for what kind of change. I feel like this grief is on your person's side. I feel like your person is feeling that grief because this is waiting energy. And they have a lot of hanging back, waiting, not doing anything energy. So I think that the advice is to have a conversation about what the hopes are. What do you both want for the future? Because you both share energy. excuse me, both share energy. Excuse me. 10 of Cups and commitment. 10 of Cups and Hierophant. And, the Hierophant can also indicate that either you or your person, and I think it might be your person, could have actually been given advice from a trusted elder on how to navigate this relationship with you. And that advice, and then hence the action of not doing anything, hanging back, has brought heartbreak for you, Pisces. So that very well could be at play as well with the Hierophant. Hierophant is like, when we also have like a counselor or a mentor or somebody who's actually, communicating traditionally communicating the word of God, but it's like somebody coming in to help you with your moral compass, your values, maybe even also it's also doctrine, like, oh, well, you don't do this unless this, and this is how you really should do it. Like I said earlier, it's like buy the book, this is the best way to do it, right? Which would definitely fall in alignment of, your person waiting on something, waiting on some sort of decision, whether that be a divorce or some sort of court ruling somewhere, in order to move forward in fairness, because that is what is in alignment with their moral compass. And then with the World here, it's like, closing out of one cycle in order for the wheel to turn and there to be change, to be, we make our choices, we get clear, like the hope for the future. It's like moving forward, keeping the wheel turning. Something has to come to an end. Something has to come to a close. But, you and your person share a lot of big energies, a lot of loving energy. Okay, Pisces, that is what I have for you. I hope that this helped. Please leave in the comments what worked for you, what didn't, how this resonated. Okay? Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and also let me know if you like this overhead view more than the straight on view or what. Okay? All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I am so appreciative of anyone and everyone who tunes in and watches the videos. It really does help me know that I'm not, reading into the ether and reading into the void when I hear from you guys. And when I see that these readings have had an impact in such a way to where like the channel continues to grow, it really helps me feel as though I am putting my energy and my time into a worthwhile place. So I appreciate your feedback. Okay. So thank you so much, you guys. Okay. Take good care. Bye-bye.